Hello everybody, and thank you for joining me for another watercolor tutorial. Today's tutorial features a beautiful autumn painting, specifically a sunset painting. So the first thing that you want to do if you choose is to line your piece of paper or line the borders of your piece of paper with Scotch tape, just so that we can have nice, clean and crisp borders at the end of our painting. Then, using a mop brush, you want to cover your whole piece of paper in a layer of water, and then subsequently cover it in a layer of light orange or peach, some sort of like autumny sunset color. And as always, I've linked the items that I use in my paintings, so the paintbrush, specifically the mop brush, and all other supplies in the description. If you choose to add those items to your collection, you are helping to support my channel by purchasing those items using my links, because I get a little bit of commission. No extra cost to you, but it does help me out. So once that first layer has completely dried, you want to paint on a second layer about stretching 2/3 down your page, and this is just going to use a darker sort of peachy orange color. And you can add some yellow highlights as you saw me do earlier. Then once that layer has dried, and just make sure that your layers are completely dry before starting the next layer, just to get the most beautiful effect from your watercolor paint. So in the third layer, you're just going to cover that 2/3 down layer again, but this time you just want to make sure that the bottom portion of that is the darkest. So you can add a little bit more dark brown, or even mix some of the brown or black into your orange color, but just make sure that it's a little bit darker at that base. You can also go ahead and paint the bottom third a little bit darker as well. You don't have to, but I just wasn't happy with how mine looked. Once that is all completely dry, you want to start adding in the mirroring effects of the setting sun that you'll be painting in later. So this part doesn't have to be super specific or detailed, but just dab a few orange or like salmon pink lines coming from your horizon line down towards the bottom of your page, making sure to funnel it a little bit so that it looks like an upside down triangle. And then you want to take that same salmony pink orange color that you've been using all along, but this time it's not going to be watered down. You're going to use quite a pigmented color, and you are just going to paint a circle. That's where your sun is going to be, and then sort of outline the sun going in either direction, and then you're going to take a different brush that's been watered down, and you're going to almost spread out that pigment a little bit, and this effect creates this really beautiful sunset cloudy appearance. It's really hard to explain, but the effect that this gives off when you add water to pigment, it makes it look really, really beautiful. You also want to go in with that same pigmented color over those ripples in the water, just to add a little bit more detail to that portion. And once that has completely dried, you can go ahead and take either a brown or maybe even a watered down black color and just create a little bit of a mountainscape on your horizon line. This is completely optional, but I do think it helps to nicely even out to that horizon line and make it obvious that there is a horizon line there. Once you are happy with how your horizon line looks, you can start adding in the final details. So here we're going to be adding in those blades of grass and other reeds that tend to grow in lakes. So you can use a super thin brush. I'm using a quadruple 0 by Winsor & Newton, one of my favorite detail brushes, just to paint all of the reeds and all of the grass strands. Finally, you can use some white acrylic paint just to create the setting sun there, and you are all finished. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in next week's video.